Hello everyone. Once again, welcome to PM Networking. Guys, in last video, we had discussed EtherChannel, right? We had discussed like PAGP, LACP, load balancing and LACP, but I couldn't discuss few topics there. So today we are going to cover that topic and then I will show you the layer 3 EtherChannel configuration. Most of the people know layer 2 EtherChannel, but they don't know layer 3 EtherChannel. So it is very important for you guys to understand layer 3 EtherChannel. So this video will guide you to configure and to learn layer 3 EtherChannel, right? So if you want to learn, please make sure you will watch this video till the end. And this is the video which I have created yesterday. Okay, and there is some comment, like a few people have some confusion. Guys, see this comment. When who is writing this comment? Network Pro. So Network Pro have some problem, so I will try to resolve his problem, right? I will try to within my capacity I will try to clear his confusion, as he is saying that little confusion. Okay, so he's saying when router send a packet to switch, that time what will happen in source destination load balancing. Very good. By the way, I had already discussed these things in video, right, in this video. But okay, if you have confusion, again I will make you understand this thing. After that, need explain more, sir, little confusion. Okay, within my capacity I will try to clear your confusion in this video. Okay, after that he want to clear some topic like if switch have only 4 active port, then what will be the calculation? Great. If switch have only 3 port, what will be the calculation? If switch have only 2 active port, what will be the calculation? Okay, I understand your question, and today I am going to make you understand in this video. Definitely I will clear your all confusion. Fine guys, without wasting our time, let's begin. Okay, but request is, if you have not watched this video, first you need to watch this video, then only you can understand this video, right? So if you haven't watched this video, please first watch this video, then watch this video, right? After watching this video, you can come and watch this video, right? This is, you can say this is day 2 of EtherChannel. Fine. So first of all, let me take you over here. Here, as you can see, this is my switch 1, this is my switch 2, this is my ISP. Fine. Now MAC address of this switch is 0A, MAC address of this switch is 0B. So what will be the system ID of this switch? System ID of this switch will be 32768 plus 0A. System ID of this switch will become what? 32768 plus 0B. Which switch will become main switch? This switch will become main switch. So this switch will decide which ports will become active and which port will become standby. Okay, so first of all, I am going to make you understand what will happen when we are running source destination MAC algorithm and traffic will come from router to switch. Okay, so the algorithm which is running over here is source destination MAC for load balancing. Fine. Suppose this is port number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. This is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Okay, so this switch is my active switch, or sorry, these port are my active port over here, first 8 port, because these port will have lowest LACP port ID, right? Which type of EtherChannel I am using over here? LACP over here also, right? In LACP only we can achieve load balancing. So these 8 port are active and these 8 port are standby. So first of all, understand the load balancing, right? How switches will perform load balancing when you are using source destination MAC algorithm. Okay, so these are your, my god, okay, these are your active port and these are your standby, active, standby. Got it? So when this user will ping 8.8.8, suppose here I am running one IP 8.8.8.8, right, on the ISP router. So source IP will be what? 10.1, destination IP will be what? 8.8.8.8. You don't need to do anything with source IP and destination IP. Just consider what will be the source MAC, what will be the destination MAC. Source MAC will be A, destination MAC will be the MAC address of default gateway, because destination belongs to different network. So source MAC is A, destination MAC is E. So switches will perform load balancing on the basis of source MAC and destination MAC only. First of all, it will convert source MAC and destination MAC in binary. So what will be the binary of A? It will be 1010, because A means 10. What will be the binary of E? It will be 1110. Switches will use last 3 bit, so don't focus on this bit. Okay, and here switch will perform what? XOR operation. XOR operation, right? And you, as you already know, in XOR operation, 1 1 will become what? 0, 0 0 will become what? 0, 1 0 will become what? 1, and 0 1 will become what? 1. So 0 0 will be what? 0, 1 1 will be what? 0, and 0 1 will be what? 1, right? What will be the decimal value of this binary, right? This is what? 4. So binary will be 4, with decimal value will be 4. So this switch will use which link? Link number 5 to forward traffic. So it will use link number 5 to forward traffic. Yes or no? It will go like this, right? When this ISP will generate reply, right? Source will be 8.8.8, destination will be what? 10.1.1.1. Just suppose, right? I am not performing netting over here, and you cannot consider the packet over here. Let's say packet over here on the router. What will be the source MAC? Source MAC will be the MAC address of exit interface, that will be E, and destination MAC will be what? Destination MAC will be A. Okay, again this switch number 1 will do what? Switch 1 will convert source MAC and decimal MAC into binary. So what will be the binary of E? Binary of E will be 110. Binary of A will be what? 1010, right? Here value will be 0, here value will be 0, here value will be 1, right? So decimal value will be 4, so it will use link number 5 over here. So it will forward traffic via this link. Okay, got it? When this machine will ping 8.8.8, source MAC will be what? B. Destination MAC will be what? Destination MAC will be what? E. What will be the binary of B? Binary of B will be, B means what? 11. So binary of 11 will be what? 1011. Okay, 1011. Binary of E will be what? 1110, right? It will use last 3 bit. So here it is going to perform what? XOR. So 10 will be become what? It will become 1, 1 become what? 0, and 0 1 will become what? 1. So this is what will be the decimal value of this binary? It is 4. After that 1, it will be 5. So it will use which link? Link number 6. So it will forward traffic by using this link. And when reply will come, again it will perform what? So load balancing on the basis of source and destination MAC. Again it will convert source MAC and destination MAC in binary. Then it will perform X operation or XOR operation, and then it will use link number 6 to forward traffic. Okay, so now guys, it's clear. Maybe to Network Pro, now it's clear to you. This question is clear to you. When router will send packet to switch, what will happen, right? After that, now if there are only 4 links, so let me consider if there are only 8 links between switches. Let me disconnect this cable from here between switches, delete it. Okay, and now suppose we have only 8 links between switch 1 and switch 2. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and let's say 8. Now we have only 8 link, so all link will become what? Active. Suppose this is port number 1 means 0/1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Here also 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Guys, by default the ratio of load balancing is 1:1 ratio 1 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 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? By default this is the ratio of load balancing. Fine. Suppose this link number 8 will goes down, right? Now how many active links are there? By default there are 8 active links. So if all links are active, right, that time load balancing ratio will be this one. But suppose link number 8 will goes down, now there are only 7 active link, so ratio will be what? 2 ratio 1 ratio 1 ratio 1 ratio 1 ratio 1 1 2 3 4 5 6, and there are one more cable 6. This will be the ratio for 7 active link. Suppose 7, this link also goes down, now we have only 6 active link. Now how many link are there? 8 link goes down, and suppose link number 7 also goes down. So if we have only 6 number of active link, that time ratio will be what? 2 ratio 2 ratio 1 ratio 1 ratio 1 ratio 1 2 3 4 5 6. This will be the ratio for 6 number of active link. Okay, means here it is going to forward 2 packet 2 frame from this link, right? And one from this link, 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 one from this link. When we have 7 active link, fine. When we have 6 active link, it is going to forward 2 packet over here, over here. After that, one over here, one over here, one over here, one over here. These are load balancing algorithm. Suppose if we have only 5 active link, this link also goes down. This time algorithm will be what? 2 ratio 2 ratio 2 ratio 1 ratio 1. This will be the load balancing algorithm. Suppose now we have only 4 link, right? This link also goes down. Guys, this Network Pro, this is your question. Now we have only 4 active link. This time ratio will be what? 1 for 4 links. 1 ratio 1 ratio 1 ratio 1. This time to represent 4 link, how many bits are required? Only 2 bits are required, right? So it will convert source MAC, destination MAC into binary, and it will use what? Last 2 bits, right? Now we have only 4 active link. Here you are able to see. Now if suppose this time this machine will send traffic to 8.8.8.8, right? Source MAC will be what? A. Destination MAC will be what? E. What will be the binary of A? Binary of A will be 0101, right? Binary of E will be what? 1110. This time there are only 4 active links, so it is going to use only 2 link, right? Sorry, 2 bits. And here it will perform what? XOR operation. 10 will be what? 1, and 01 will be what? 1. What will be the decimal value? 2 plus 1, 3. So it will use which link? Link number 4. It will forward traffic from this link. Yes or no? So this is how load balancing ratio will work when there are only 4 active link. Okay, now suppose this link also goes down. Now we have only 3 link. So what will be the ratio? Now again ratio will be what? 2 ratio 1 ratio 1. Suppose this link also goes down. Now we have only 2 active link. What will be the ratio? Ratio will be what again? 1 ratio 1. Because this time to represent 2 bits, 2 link only, devices need how many bits? Only 2 bits, right? So it will use only last bit, this one and this one. Okay, so suppose binary of A will be what? 1, and binary of destination MAC E will be 0. Value will be 1. Decimal value will be what? Decimal value will be also 1. It will be use link number 2. Yes or no? Like this. If we have only 1 link, then definitely all traffic will go via single link. Yes or no? This is how load balancing will, how load balancing ratio will work if there will be 4 active link, 5 active link, 6 active links, or whatever active link will be there between switches. Fine guys, now hope it's clear to you. I have covered your all question Network Pro, right? Now it's clear to you. Now I am going to make you understand layer 3 ether channel. Okay, so okay, now guys I am going to make you understand layer 3 ether channel. So see why layer 3 ether channel is required. Till now we were discussing layer 2 ether channel, right? Now we are going to understand layer 3 ether channel. So first of all, let me make you understand this topology. See, I have one PC which is connected with switch number 1. I have PC 2 which is connected with switch number 2. This PC is member of VLAN 20. This PC is member of VLAN 10. Okay, means this is the VLAN 20. Okay, this is VLAN 20. Tell me, can PC1 ping to PC2? No, definitely no. To make communication possible between PC1 and PC2, what you need to configure? You have to configure what? SVI over here. Here you will create one SVI, sub virtual interface, VLAN 10. After that you will assign IP address, this IP address that will become default gateway for this PC, right? In the same way on this switch you have to create one SVI interface VLAN 20, and there you need to assign this IP address that will become default gateway for PC number 2. Then also it will not ping. You know why? Because this is layer 3 switch, so we can use this switch for routing and switching both, right? I can use this switch for routing as well, for switching as well, for both as well, right? For routing, switching, both as well. Okay, just you need to run one command, IP routing in global configure mode, to enable routing. And if you will check routing table of this switch, there will be only one network, right? This network 10.1.1.0 network. If you will check routing table of this switch, there will be only one network, 20.1.1.0 network, right? So again PC1 and PC2 cannot communicate with each other, right? So you have to exchange the routing table between switches, right? Between switch 1 and switch 2. For that, what you can do, either you can configure a static routing or you can configure what? Dynamic routing. Suppose I am configuring what? EAGRP. Let's say EAGRP 100 to share the route. Do you think that neighborship will form between switch 1 and switch 2? Guys, no, neighborship will not form, because it will send, switch 1 will send hello message from which interface? From VLAN 10 interface. It will send hello message from which interface? From VLAN 20 interface, and it will not form EIGRP neighborship between switch 1 and switch 2. That means PCs cannot communicate with each other. So what I can do to make communication possible, what I can do, definitely I will create one SVI over here, I will create one SVI over here, but to share the prefixes, what I will do, I will configure this port as layer 3 port, this port as layer 3 port, and as you know, on layer 3 port we can configure IP address. So here I will configure IP 12.1, here I will configure IP 12.2. right? After that, EIGRP neighborship will come up between switch 1 and switch 2, and then switches will share their routing table, and then in the routing table of switch 1 you will see there will be 20 network, and in the routing table of switch 2 there will be 10 network, and then PC can communicate with each other, yes or no? But we have how many link between switch 1 and switch 2? Only single link, that is Ethernet 0, right? So there is no any backup. So if this link will goes down, there will be problem, right? So first of all, let me make you understand this, then I will show you what is the solution. Solution is nothing but layer 3. Solution is nothing but layer 3 ether channel. First of all, let me configure IP address on PC. Here I am going to assign IP 10.1.1.1/24, and default gateway is 10.1.1.100. okay, let me assign IP address on PC number 2 as well. IP 20.1.1.1/24, and default gateway will be 20.1.1.100. okay, now I need to configure switch number 1. Here I have to create one VLAN, so go to global config mode. Let me create VLAN 10 over here, let me create VLAN 20 over here, right? Let me make interface E1/0 to VLAN 10. Let me put this interface in VLAN 10. How we can put this interface in VLAN 10? Switch port access VLAN 10, got it? After that I need to create one SVI, interface VLAN 10. Let's say IP address is 10.1.1.100.255.255.255.0. let's say no such over here, right? If you will check, so IP interface brief. Let me enable routing over here, go to global config mode, and let's say IP routing, yes or no? Now if you will check routing table, so IP route, you are able to see the directly connected network in the routing table, yes or no? Now let me configure switch number 2. Enable config T, interface E1/0, switch port access VLAN 20, right? Here I need to create VLAN 10, right? Exit. After that, interface VLAN 20, IP address is what? 20.1.1.100.255.255.255.0, yes or no? Now let me check that PCs are able to ping their default gateway or not. Ping 10.1.1.100, yes, I am able to ping. Let me check from PC to ping 20.1.1.100, yes, I am able to ping. No, I am not able to ping. I need to troubleshoot on switch number 2. Let me check why it's not pinging. So IP interface brief, so here this interface is what? Administratively done. Go to global config mode, go to interface VLAN 20 and say no set, right? Exit, say IP routing, okay? So IP interface brief. Now you are able to see line protocol and status both are up. Now let me check from PC to am I able to ping my default gateway? Yes, now I am able to ping, yes or no? Now I am going to configure what? EIGRP between switch 1 and switch 2, okay? So let me take you on switch number 1. Here if I will configure router EIGRP 100 network 0.0.0, let me advertise all active interface in EIGRP, right? And say no auto summary also. Let me configure EIGRP on switch number 2. Config T router EIGRP 100 and network 0.0.0 and say no auto summary, yes or no? Now I need to configure Ethernet 0/0 as trunk, interface E0/0, say switch port trunk encapsulation.1q and switch port mode, trunk. Fine. In the same way on switch number 1, let me take you on interface E0/0, say switch port, trunk, encapsulation .1q, and switch port, mode, trunk. Right? Do you think that EIGRP neighborship will come up? No. EIGRP neighborship will not come up, guys. You can see over here, if you will check routing table, so IP route, there is only directly connected network. Yes or no? So what we need to do here, we need to configure one IP address on this port, right? We need to configure one IP address. Suppose here I will configure 12.1, here I will configure 12.2. Then EIGRP neighborship will come up and it will share their routing table. So let me do that. Go to switch number 1, go to global config mode, interface E0/0, say no switch port mode, no switch port mode, trunk. Right? After that, here IP address. By default, I cannot configure IP address on layer 2 interface, so I have to make this interface layer 3. So for that, what command you will run? No switch port. This command will make layer 2 interface to layer 3 interface. After that, you can configure IP address 12.1.1.1, 255.255.255.0. Right? Let me do same thing on switch number 2. Okay. Interface E0/0, say no switch port mode, trunk. After that, no switch port and IP address 12.1.1.2, 255.255.255.0, and so IP EIGRP neighbor, so IP EIGRP neighbor. Yes or no? Now you are able to see the neighbor, right? If you will check routing table, so IP route, here you can see it have route to 10.1.1.1, 10.1.1.0. Now PCs can communicate with each other. Let me check from PC number 1, am I able to ping 20.1.1.1? Yes, I am able to ping. Yes or no? But guys, there is problem. Problem is what? Problem is there is only a single link between switch 1 and switch 2. So there is no any backup. If this link will goes down, this user cannot communicate with each other. So now I need to use more link between switches. So I want to use this link also. Here also I will configure one IP address. Let's say here I am configuring 23.1, 23.2. Right? So how many neighborship will be there? 2. If I will use this link also, suppose here I am configuring to 33.1 and here 33.2, how many neighborship will be there? 3. If I will configure IP over here, suppose 40.1 and here 40.2, so how many neighborship will be there between switch 1 and switch 2? 4 neighborship will be there, right? How many hello message this switch will generate? 4 hello message. And how many hello message this switch will receive? 4 hello message, right? And as you know, whenever switch will generate a hello message, it have to perform encapsulation. Whenever switch will receive hello message, it have to perform decapsulation. And whenever switches will perform encapsulation, decapsulation, switches will use their CPU utilization. So maybe CPU utilization of switch can be high. If CPU utilization will high, then performance will goes down. Yes or no? So that is the problem. Problem is, if we have multiple link between switch 1 and switch 2, we cannot configure IP address on each port, right? Otherwise, CPU utilization of devices can be high. Suppose there are 8 links, so each switches will receive 8 hello message and each switches will send 8 hello message, right? So it have to encapsulate and decapsulate 16 packet, right, after every hello interval. Yes or no? So this can increase the CPU utilization of device, right? So this is not the actual way in the real time how we configure multiple link between switch 1 and switch 2. Now layer 3 EtherChannel come in role. What layer 3 EtherChannel tells? It tells you can bundle these all link together, right? Here you will create one logical link, here you will create one logical link. Now you can make this port as what? Layer 3 port. Layer 3 port, and here on this layer 3 port you can configure one IP address, right? In this logical link there are 4 physical link, and that will be the great. If this link will goes down, no problem, still we have 3 other link, right? Suppose there are 8 link between switch 1, no problem, this switch and this switch will encapsulate only a single hello message. Yes or no? Yes. So now I am going to remove IP address from Ethernet 0/0. Okay, and if you want to check that, let me configure 2 port between switch 1 and switch 2. Here I am going to configure IP on Ethernet 0/1. So Ethernet 0/1, say no switch port, and here also I am going to assign one IP. Let's say 23.1.1.1, 255.255.255.0. On switch number 2 also, interface E0/1, say no switch port, and IP address is suppose 23.1.1. 2 255.255.255.0. Now how many EIGRP neighborship are there between switch 1 and switch 2? So IP EIGRP neighbor. Are you able to see there are 2 neighbor? Yes or no? Now I have backup path. If you will check routing table, so IP route EIGRP. See, for this network we have 2 paths with equal cost, so it will perform what? Load balancing. But it will generate 2 hello message. It will receive 2 hello message. If there are 8 link, it will not work properly, right? Switches will start getting hang. Okay, so this is not the method in real time. You will use multiple layer 3 link between switches, right? Now guys, I am going to remove the IP configuration from these switches. I am going to make this switch as switch port. Okay, so interface E0/0, say no IP address, and let's say switch port. In the same way, Ethernet 0/1 also, say no IP address and say switch port. Got it? Now if you will check, so IP interface brief, you can see there are no any IP address. Let me do same thing on switch number 1 also. So on switch number 1, let me take you on interface E0/0, say no IP address and switch port. Exit interface E0/1, say no IP address, okay, and switch port. Fine. Now I am going to bundle these all link together. So interface range E0/0 to 3, I am going to bundle these 4 link together. After that, channel group, let's say 1, and mode is on. Let me configure a static ether channel between switch 1 and switch 2. Okay, you can use a protocol as well, no problem. Fine. Now let me take you on switch number 2. Here also I am going to configure what? Ether channel. Interface range E0/0 to 3, and channel group 1, say mode is what? On. And if you will check that ether channel port is up or down, so IP interface brief, you can see port is up, line protocol and status both is up. Here also let me check, so IP interface brief. Fine. Now I am going to configure IP on P1, on port channel 1. So go to config T and interface P1, say no switch port and IP address 12.1.1.1 255.255.255.0. Yes. Now if you will check IP address, so IP interface brief, this port channel goes down because these interfaces are administratively down. Okay, so just wait, I am running no set command as well. Before that, here I am going to assign IP address on P1. So interface P1, say no switch port and IP address will be 12.1.1.2 255.255.255.0 and say no set. Okay, let me run no set on switch 1 as well. Config T, interface range E0/0 to 3 and say no set. Got it? So IP interface brief. Still this interface is down. Just wait. Why this interface is down? Let me check on switch 2. So IP interface brief, this interface is down because these are administratively down. Interface range E0/0 to 3, say no set. What is happening, guys? This is problem of simulation software, right? So IP interface brief, still this port is down. Let me run no set command, but no set command will not work on port channel P1, say no set. On switch number 1, I think here, let me check, port is down. What is happening? Let me down all interface, guys, one more time. Range E0/0, say shut down. And on switch 2 also, let me shut down all interface. Shut down. Wait. Do so IP interface brief. I have done only this interface. Oh my God. odd interface range E0/0 to 3 and say shutdown. I think I have configured something wrong over here. I have to troubleshoot it. Interface range E0/0 to 3 says shutdown. Let me check that configuration, EtherChannel configuration. So EtherChannel summary. So here you can see in this port. So EtherChannel summary. Oops. Let me interface range E0/0 to 3 and no shut. And now let me check. So EtherChannel summary. There is no any interface in port channel 1. This is the problem. Yes or no? Let me configure EtherChannel again. Interface range E0/0 to 1 and channel group 1, mode is on. It's rejected. Let me create another one. 2. Okay. Now let me check. So EtherChannel again. So EtherChannel summary. We have only 2 port. Nope. Guys, to configure EtherChannel, always keep in mind, first of all, you need to run shutdown command on in all interfaces. Then only configure EtherChannel. You can see the problem, right? Why these are not working. So let me configure one again. Interface range E0/0 to 3. Going to down the interface, and here I am going to create one channel group. Let's say 10, and mode is on. Okay, let me do same thing on switch number 2 also. Config T, interface range E0/0 to 3 says shutdown, and after that channel group suppose 10 and mode is on. Now if you will verify, do so EtherChannel summary. So EtherChannel summary. Okay, so in channel group 10 I have this port, right? Now I am going to run no shut command. Config T, interface range E0/0 to 3 say no shut, and here also say no shut. And now let me check port channel. So IP interface brief. Port channel 10 is now up. Here also let me check port channel 10 is up or not. So IP interface brief, port channel 10 is up. Now I am going to configure IP address. So go to interface P10, say IP address. By default I cannot run IP addresses. Say no switch port and IP. Let me say switch port. What is happening? So IP interface brief, port channel 10 goes down because these interfaces are manually administratively down. So EtherChannel summary. There is no any port. Let me reload the device. Let me do the configuration again. Reload. Say no. Or what I can do, I can turn off the device and I can turn it on again. Let me start configuration again from the initial. Let me on again. This is problem of simulation software. Sometime don't know why EtherChannel is not working on the simulation software. But on real devices also, if you are configuring EtherChannel, make sure you will first shut down the interface, right? All physical interface. This node is not getting started. What happened? Started, right? Now let me start configuration from route switch number 1. So here what I am going to do, first of all I am going to create VLAN 10 exit and VLAN 20 exit, right? After that interface E1/0 switch port access VLAN 10 Let me configure one IP address on SVI interface. Interface VLAN 10 IP address 10.1.1.100.255.255.255.0. Say no set. Right. Let me configure EAGRP router. EAGRP 100. Say no auto summary and network 0.0.0. Right. Now I need to configure EtherChannel. So interface range E0/023. Say shutdown. All interfaces are down. Now you will create channel group, let's say 1, and mode is what? On. Right. Let me assign IP address. So first of all you have to run no switch port command and then IP address 12.1.1.1 255.255.255.0. Let me do same thing on switch number 2. So enable config mode, right? Interface E1/0 switch port access VLAN 20, right? After that let me create VLAN 10 as well here, right? VLAN 20 have created or not? VLAN 20, got it. Now I need to configure one IP address on virtual interface VLAN 20. Say IP address 20.1.1.100.255.255.255.0. right? Now I need to enable EAGRP. Say router EAGRP 100, right? No auto summary and network 0.0.0. Let me configure EtherChannel. So interface range is 0/02 what 3. Say shutdown first. After that channel group 1 and mode is on, right? IP address. Here I am not able to run IP address, so say no switch port and IP address. What IP address here I will configure? 12.1.1.2 255.255.255.0. In global config mode, say let run IP routing command. Okay, on switch number 1 also I need to run IP routing command to enable routing. If you will check routing table, so IP route there will be one network, right? In the same way on switch number 2, if you will run so IP route, there will be one directly connected network. Why there is no network? So IP interface brief VLAN 20 is down. That means Ethernet E1/0 interface is unassigned. Which interface? Ethernet 1/0. Okay, so I have to put this interface in VLAN 20. So VLAN brief. So in VLAN 20, this port is here. These port are in default VLAN in VLAN 1. What about 0/0? Where is 0/0 port? So EtherChannel summary. I think it will not work right on the simulation software. So what I can do in next video, if it will not work, then I will show you on real devices, right? I will configure EtherChannel layer 3 EtherChannel on real devices directly. I think on the simulation software it will not work, right? It's not working. So IP interface brief. Here I have configured IP address. Let me run no set command. Interface VLAN 20 and say no set. So IP interface brief. So I have assigned this IP address over here. So IP root, okay, and so VLAN, so EtherChannel summary. So EtherChannel summary. So okay, now I am going to run shutdown command. No shutdown command on interface range E0/023. Here I am going to run no shutdown command. So it's saying overlap with this. So IP interface brief. So IP interface brief. So I think so, okay, these are the IP configuration. Go to interface range E0/023. Say no IP address and these are your switch port. So IP interface brief. what the hell is going on? I also don't know. Interface range E0/023, and let me run no such command again. IP address, here I cannot assign IP address. Okay, let me check EtherChannel. So EtherChannel summary. Okay, so IP interface brief. Let me check IP. So here I have configured one IP address, right? Now I need to configure IP on port channel 1. So interface P1, say IP address 12 dot. So first of all, no switch port. After that, IP address 12.1.1.2.255.255.255.0. If you will check IP configuration also, IP interface brief. Okay, this interface is down and these interfaces are administratively down. Interface range E0/023, say no shutdown. And so IP interface brief, port channel 1 is down. Now go to switch number 1 and here so EtherChannel summary. Okay, so now on interface range E0/023, first of all here I need to run what? No shut command, and here also IP address is overlapping, so let me remove the IP configuration from interface range E0/023, say no IP address, right? And switch port, these are now switch port. Okay, exit, and now if you will run so EtherChannel summary command, okay, it's now working. Go to global config mode and then interface P1. Here I am going to say no switch port and IP address 12.1.1.1 255.255.255.0. Okay, now let me check IP configuration. So IP interface brief, port channel 1 is down because these interfaces are down. Let me run no shut command again. I'm running no shut command again and again. Interface range E0/023, say no shut. Now so IP interface brief, still this interface is down. It will take some time, I think. Or so EtherChannel summary. Why EtherChannel is not working? So EtherChannel summary, nope. So on the software, I think so on EVNG we cannot configure layer 3 EtherChannel, right? No problem guys, I will show you on real device. Configuration will be same, right? You will see in next video. I will show you how to configure EtherChannel on real devices. That's all for today guys. Bye bye.